Hey, I want to go over the room or maybe here or remote. What question do you have? I mean, I would like to just go over this so I can summarize about consolidate so I can present over the share screen. Yeah.
I have one issue for now. I have a problem with my make file.
Okay,
Uh,
make file.
It tries to link a header of part one to the CPP of part two.
Okay, sure. We'll do that over screen. Carlos, right?
Yeah.
Do you have any particular
Um,
question or general question?
It's general question of the homework one, part one.
Homework one,
No,
part
not
one?
homework one, homework three.
Homework three, part
Yeah.
one, okay.
Were you supposed to only print the results in the
Yes.
clients or
In the
server?
client. Server, I don't care what you do.
Okay.
But client need to print exactly the same result as homework two, part two.
Yeah. How do you communicate between server and clients? Because I want to send something
Right.
from server to the clients, but I don't know.
Oh, you want to send server back to the client?
Yeah, I want to
Right.
send information I got in the server.
Return. I will
Okay.
address that. Okay,
Okay.
address that, how to return. Okay. Sebastian, you have any
Um,
question particularly?
It's kind of specific, so I guess I'll just wait.
Okay.
I just have like a general question about like, are we supposed to edit within the client of our of homework?
For homework three, part one or part two, you're supposed to modify the ref. For homework three, part one, you should modify homework three ref two client.cpp and also homework three ref two server.cpp. You're supposed to modify both. Not a lot of modification, but some. I can probably talk a little bit about very quickly about which portion you probably need to modify. Okay. That is your
also my question.
okay. All right. You saved me. You're Jemmy, right? And you're Crystal, right? Okay. Hi. So you can log in to the screen we're going to share. So why don't I do this? You're probably more specific. Can you share your screen if you're okay? So I can take a look at the make file. Is it ProBit? You? ProBit?
Yeah, yeah, oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm just make sure that this is
Yeah.
because that's interesting.
So,
Okay, I want to see the make file problem.
Yeah.
Okay, let me take a look. Okay. Okay. Can you do a ls? Just do ls. I want to see what file you have. No, not ls minus l. Oh, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Just I want to do ls, just ls. Yeah, because I also missed the error message. Yeah. I already see you missed the error message. Okay. So okay. So that should be easy. Can I go to your make file? Okay. Can you go all the way down to HW3 part one underscore client? Can you move down all the way down? Okay, stop here. Core object. Okay, I want to go up to see the core objects. Go up a little bit. Okay, stop here. Okay, so line 11, can you go all the way? Okay. In 11, remove the last two. Just remove those. Okay, save it. And can we type make? Just make clean and make. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's just normal. Okay, so now I want to take a look. So this is a different problem. Okay. Um, can I go to see your time to location.h? A little bit down. Yes, .h. So you do have the smaller than and greater than, right?
This one, correct?
Yeah, this line 26 and 127. Let's go to
Yes.
let's go to
I haven't, but on the CPP5.
right.
Over here, I kind of had issues, so I was trying to. I think a troubleshoot, I just
Okay.
commented out.
Can you uncomment out? I want to see what was the issue. Okay, let's try to make it. Let's see what's the issue. Okay, that's okay. That's all right. Go all the way up.
The, line 111 on CPP.
Can you go up a little bit? I want to see the first arrow. Okay, so it's time,
Yes.
right? The smaller than. So go to JV time dot H. You don't have that operator, right?
Okay.
Okay, so can you unshare your screen? So I'm going to. So it might be the issue is I updated, but you didn't get the newest copy. So let me actually show you. This is sorry, I have to share my screen. Sorry, just 1 second. I have to share my screen so you can see what's going on. Okay, so this is the master directory. You see that I actually updated JV time, CPP, and JV time H about 2 weeks ago. And if you look at JV time.h, I now have operator. Look at line 32. I already have that. Okay, so you have to download that one, but the same thing for JV time.cpp. I should have, yeah, I also have this one. It's a very complicated logic, by the way.
No, I think I have that.
Okay, right. And then the GPS, the same thing. The GPS.h, I now have a smaller than.
Yes. Okay.
And then, so you download the newest copy of GPS and time, that problem should went away. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Okay, good. Sebastian, you said you have a specific question? Okay. Do you want me to answer your question first or answer the generally?
I guess I just want to get some clarity here.
Okay.
Conditions.
So what clarification for what?
With respect to the output,
Uh-huh.
can I share my screen?
Sure. Yeah, go ahead.
I've done, well, okay. I've modified a little bit. So they have two terminals. Then I'm trying to run this one. That looks like it's working. And with this one, is this more or less the output we're looking for?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's right.
but I'm not sure how to get rid of this other stuff right here. I've already gone through and
Okay.
commented out everything, but I believe the other stuff or the remaining code is within this file right here, the ecs36b common, but it's blank.
No, not over there. Sorry. Can you unshare your screen? Oh, sorry. No. Share your screen again. Sorry. this is HW3 ref3, right?
Yes, those are the ones I'm using.
Can you show me the code for HW3 ref3 client.cpp? Okay, can you go down a little bit? Go down, go down. Oh, okay, hold on. Go to line 94. You have to comment out line 94.
Oh, I didn't see that. I was looking for ESCD.
Okay, go down to line 123. Yeah. Okay. So that should take care of those two. But let me go to ecs36b underscore json.cpp. Okay, look for my file to JSON. My file to JSON. Okay, so comment out. Wait a minute, you already comment out that.
Oh, yeah. I think I did.
Yeah, line 90. You already commented that out. Okay, so let's try to compile and see what you got. That's okay. That's okay. That means we're building a significant system. All right.
Yeah.
If you don't have time to say it's too slow, then that means the program is unrealistically simple.
Hmm.
Okay, this is fine. We don't worry about that. Okay, can you run the client server? Okay, so there is a two place. That's really strange. Why is this still there? Yeah, it's on the client side.
On the client CPP file, you might do something that thinks that
Already,
the name of.
Oh, I don't know.
everything I could think of.
Yeah.
Hmm.
No, it looks like it's my file to JSON actually.
This one?
Yeah. So you already click. Okay, let me do a one thing. Can you add line 90? Add something, say printf hello.
Right here.
Yeah, yeah. Say printf hello \n. Okay, and save it.
It's automatic.
Okay, so now just type make. Just type make. Don't make clean. Just make.
Okay, yeah.
You see, that's not right because you already okay. Do a rm space ecs36b underscore JSON.o. Remove, okay, make. There is something wrong that when you modify the ecs36b JSON.cpp, it didn't recompile. There's something in the make file that's actually not doing the things it's supposed to do. So it's a makefile debug. You have to think about why you changed ecs36b JSON.cpp. Okay, try to run server and client again. That's very interesting. It didn't say hello.
Mhm.
It didn't say hello means that it's not
Yeah.
actually, it's not, can you do an ls? Can you do a more space ecs36b JSON.cpp? 36b. Yeah, enter. Hit the space key once. Space key again. Okay, slowly hit the field return. Yeah,
That'd be like facts.
no, not backside, just hit enter. Okay, look at this file. This file is not a file that you modify.
Right?
You see, I add the hello, right?
Mhm.
And then the line after my file to JSON, you see, it still says that, right? So whatever you modify in the VS Code is not a file that you are actually using. So you actually modify the wrong file in the wrong directory. Does that make sense?
Mhm. That's kind of weird though.
Yeah. So okay, I would suggest you go back to the your VS Code. Go back to your VS Code. You actually okay. So this file is under ecs36b s. Go to the left. You can see that. No, go down a little bit. The file you modify is under the directory of ecs36b s2024 master main. Can you go back to your terminal? Go back to your terminal. the terminal, yeah. Hit the Q. Hit the Q so we can, okay, do a PWD. No, you don't have to clear, just do PWD. So, but this file is under the directory HW3. So the file you try to modify under VS Code is under a different directory about the directory you try to build. So that's why no matter how you modify, it's not going to change the result.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, okay. So you have to VS Code, make sure you actually update the right directory.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll do that.
Okay,
Thank
all
you.
right, that's it. Okay, so now we're looking at homework 3, right? I forgot what was your question because you're the one who provided the excellent question.
I just wanted like a general where to like edit in the client and server.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so that's a good question for everyone here. Probably good for the remote as well. So I'm going to share my screen. Okay, so I'm going to the terminal. Okay, I'm going to kill the participation one. Okay, so let me get rid of this, move this a little bit here. Okay, I hope you can see my screen. So let's take a look at HW3 ref3.server.cpp first. Okay, let's look at the server because I think maybe Carlos or whoever asked me question about how to return something, right? So I'm going to go for that. I can address, hopefully address both questions. Okay, so this is the file. So it's already given to you. Let me actually tell you what we need to modify. Let's first look at the update. So upload. There's an upload, there's a question, there's two. The rest, you shouldn't worry about that. Okay, first let's take a look at upload. Upload this part so far is okay. And this part, we just upload the data convert from the JSON to a what we call a map. Okay, the difference between homework 3 and yeah, we're all using map. Is that right? The ref 2. I try to remember what I used for ref 2. Oh, sorry. Ref 2 server. I forgot whether I use map in one or the other or both.
Actually, I just figured out how to return.
Okay, good. Okay, I'll say, okay, you see that, so with homework, both of them, I'm using the map, I believe. Wait a minute. Okay, different. I'm using different, I'm using map differently. Let me actually first clarify the difference between homework 3 ref 2 and ref 3. So with ref 2, I essentially don't need to have a real object. I don't need to have a personal time GPS record. That's the main difference. You have to define something called personal time GPS record. So in ref 2, I can actually just create a map, which is from your identity, which is a string, to the second element is a vector or an array of all the elements. So this is a good representation of the location JSON. Okay, but what we actually change is that we kind of put this time location information into another object called personal time GPS record. So that's why you will see that the data representation is a little bit different. And over here, we have a map of personal time GPS record object. Okay, that's the first complexity into homework assignment number 3, part 2. Okay, all right. So now we have to think about upload. Let's first take a look at upload. I think from the server side, the upload, you don't have to do anything because I already done everything. Okay, so the code provided to you is already doing all the conversion from, let me tell you what I did was upload over in this code. So the first part is timestamp. I mean, you don't need to worry about that. But then starting from this line I said above is for logging, then you can see that I'm actually parsing through the JSON with identity and traces. And I try to manipulate with the new map called PTGR map. And then going through the PTGR map, I'm just using this function, which it's implement for you. You don't need to worry about that. It's called JSON to object. I'm using this function to actually convert the JSON to the object of PTGR. Okay, and so I believe this is the map is just building. And the other thing, what I did already for you, you don't have to worry about that, but it's a good thing to know what I did here is I did the sorting. I did the sorting and I did the unique. So sorting and unique, which also I have that in part 1 or ref 2, was that it will, when you can upload multiple times, but I can actually sort such that they will be the monotonically increasing timestamp in terms of record. So when you do question, it will be easier. And unique basically remove all the duplicate entry. So, okay, sort and unique. So technically for part 2, you don't have to change this part of the server. You can just use the upload, but I hope you learn. Okay, I hope you learn how I actually get it done. Okay, so the things I believe you need to change is the question part. The question part, I'm actually you're the same is getting the answer. I forgot what I put here. Huh. Okay, I'm kind of okay. So this is a public video, so it's okay. All right. So I'm already done almost everything you need to do in question part or homework 2 part 2, homework 3 part 2. But I kind of just printed this 2 line. If you take a look at this 2 line, I'm just printing the answer. Okay. But the result, if I'm going to really implement, let me actually show you. I'm actually going to do this part. I'm actually going to do, I'm going to say latitude is equal to answer dot latitude. And then longitude is equal to answer dot longitude. If you do this, in this case, you probably can get rid of this 2 line. So the code I put in reference is just printing the result. You're going to put it in. But now if I put result latitude is equal to answer latitude, longitude equal to longitude, then the client is actually going to receive a JSON, exactly follow the output that's required for all the homework. Homework 2, part 2, homework 3, part 1, homework 3, part 3. Okay, so if you make these two changes, you're done with the server side, to be honest with you.
Just
okay,
these ones.
just this one, because the rest is already done. I want you to learn, but the key thing is I kind of do everything, but I stop. So it's not trivial, by the way, for you to actually figure out. But tomorrow homework's due. I better help you find the answer. Okay, I'm sorry about that. So yeah, I should have been a harsh person. I won't tell you this. Let you figure out. Okay, so you still need to learn. Okay, but this is really the 2 line you need to work on. Okay. So, okay, so let me actually change it back, okay? Okay, that's really the things you need to worry about, okay? So I put the result. So you see here, I do the return result, okay? So Carlos, that's the way I put it. That's how you return.
I just figured it out right
Right.
now.
It's it's a nice about JSON RPC, always return a JSON. So
Yeah.
you encode whatever result you want in the JSON, then you can actually pass to the client side. And the client side just basically how to extract the field from the JSON, and it will get whatever result. Okay. So now let's look at the client side. Okay. So I'm actually going to do a cleanup. So I'm going to put ref3 line.cpp. I'm going to put it in a separate directory. Yeah, that's ref1 ref3. Why you apply? I will say .cpp.keep. Okay, I'm going to keep it somewhere. I'm going to make a major changes to the client. First one I'm going to show you is what I think is irrelevant to homework 3 part 2. Okay, because the way I develop homework 3 ref 3 client was I just take homework 3 ref 2 client and just adding. So which means that I have a lot of code which is not needed. Okay, let me actually go through that. Okay, first, now I have to introduce the new class called person time GPS record. Okay, I have to include that. And pretty much the rest should be the same as homework 2, ref 2. Okay, so this part I still need. Step 1, step 2, I still need those to get the JSON. Okay, so now this is getting interesting here. This part, do I need this part? Do I really need this part? Oh, this part I probably still need because I'm checking whether there's a content error for the input file. Okay, so now I definitely don't need this part. Okay, so this part, I don't need that because this part of code I'm showing you in front of me is actually the style of the code doing JSON, sorry, this is a CPP 0708, which I make a remote procedure call, but not using what I call proxy. So I'm going to get rid of this part. This part is definitely not needed. And this part I still need to check for the question. So this part I still need to have it. But I don't need this part as well. This part is anything to do with this style of call, like a my client, whatever, is actually belong to. So up to this point, you see that one thing I don't no longer have is the HTTP. All the HTTP stuff is gone. Okay, so I don't need to set the HTTP, my client, I don't need to do that. It's just checking. Okay, now we're going to start with the business of the personal time GPS record. Okay, so I'm going to remove the local one because for homework 3, I only need the remote one, so I'm getting rid of the local. Okay, I'm getting rid of the local. And now shadow, shadow location, JV identity. Okay, this is fine. And I'm actually going to do something else here. I'm going to change this one. I'm actually going to change this one to be X PTR to the question. Okay, and then print it like this. This is good. And then now I'm going to get rid of the following as well. Okay, I will go a little bit slow on this, but I want to tell you one thing is that let me try to first run this program, okay? Let me modify the server side again because I want the server side to be exactly what I expected. The question side, I want to modify this back. Okay, now I can make. So what I'm going to show you is suppose it's, wait a minute, long, oh, I make a typo. Okay, so to do HW3, ref3 server, and I'm going to do client HW3, ref3 client, HW3 location 01. Okay, 00. Do I have a 00? Okay, I don't have a 00. What is my? I actually changed the name for my. Okay, 01. Okay. HW3, HW3, rev3, line, HW3 location 01, HW3 question 01. Okay. Okay, I'm actually getting the result, but why am I getting so much other stuff? I thought I already get rid of this. Okay, so apparently I need to get rid of more stuff. Let me actually do this here on the client side. Okay, see out. I need to get rid of see out. This one I shouldn't get rid of. See out, yeah, I have to get rid of this. I should get rid of this as well. I should get rid of checked. I should get rid of this dots as well. I should get rid of checked. Okay. So I'm actually getting one thing which has surprised me. Okay, let me try again. It should be a lot less. Okay, I still have the status successful I need to get rid of. And I have the latitude, longitude, and then I have the null, which bothered. I want to see my, this has to do with my personal record.cpp. Let me actually look at the question side. So this is this to JSON, this is good. No, not this side. I want to go to the shadow side. Shadow record. Ah, here. This must be the shadow side. I have to take care of that. Okay, I want to get rid of this. Because it's the result. I want to get rid of I don't want to print the result. And the question side, the same thing. I have to. I have to get rid of this. Longitude. Ah, you see that? I'm actually make a mistake, make a typo here. It's T. Need to get rid of. Okay. Answer that JSON object and result. Okay. Let me try again. I realize I make a bug. I have to upload this. Ooh, what was this? So this is where? This is Siri must. Yeah, Siri is acting up. Stop Siri. Okay, so let me try to run the server again. And then let's try to run the client. Okay, now you see it's exactly. I remove everything. That's what I want. Now I want to go back to see what I just did. Okay, so I already moved the client side. So let's actually go to the. Okay, now I'm happy. I can go talk to whatever client side. Okay, let's go to the client.cpp first. So this part, I kind of get rid of those code related to homework 3 part 2. It's just checking. Okay, this part is just checking. Okay, still checking the question. Okay, here is the part. I create a pointer, which is called XPTR, which is pointing to a personal time record. But what I really interesting about this is a proxy object. I create a shadow object, which is the shadow object is 1001. But the important thing about the shadow object, I have to include the URL. The URL is the server of the remote regarding that. And then I have to configure the identity. There's two things. One is host URL, one is the identity. The identity is basically the location identity as string. I include those two. After I done this too, you see what I'm doing. I basically already configured. By the way, at this point, I already configured successfully for me to connect this object to the personal time GPS record object with the same identity on that URL on the server side. Okay, at this time, I'm already built a pipe there. So then what I did is I just call, I basically, this line is just make it the pointer to the shadow object to XPTR because they're the same inheritance hierarchy. Personal time GPS record is the base class. Shadow record is the direct class. So I can do this such that now if I only look at the code at this point, it looks like XPTR is a pointer to PTGR object. Okay, if you only look at this point of the code. So essentially I said, well, since you're a PTGR object, I can actually call upload, right? I call upload, so which means that I actually not upload at the object locally. At this point, I'm actually upload to the remote, the real object on the server side. And then the same thing over here, I actually do what? Do a XPTR question. So instead of asking the question locally, I'm actually asked the question remote. Okay, and then the remote object, remember they return the longitude or latitude. So how do I actually implement the question, the result of the question? You see that the result of the question, remember we look at the server side, the return of the result was a JSON, right?
Yeah.
But now it looks like it's a GPS object. How do I do this kind of conversion from the JSON to the object? The trick is actually in the definition of the shadow. Sorry, let's go. Personal time record.cpp. So over here, I have a question, right? This is the routine, not this question. I have to look at the shadow.question. So look at how the shadow question got implemented. So I create the HTTP link. This is the link. This part of code usually is in the main program for homework 3 part 1. So now you see that I moved this two line from that main program into the shadow. Okay, that's the difference. So this is trying to separate the concern about how do I find the object into a class I define called shadow record. Okay, so that, I mean, object-oriented programming is always about hiding, always about separating. Okay, that's the trick. You want to separate so people don't need to know about that. Okay, that's kind of high-level spirit. Okay, so now I do a try. Okay, now we just learned the idea of a try, right? So I basically configure the parameter, and then I actually call the result, my client question, and then I catch the exception. Okay, this part is all good. But this part is how I get the result back. You see that when I declare the answer I'm going to reply is a GPSDD class, I want to first check whether the return result from the JSON, from the server, has the right parameter, longitude, latitude. That's why I have to check latitude, longitude. If I do have both latitude and longitude, and both of them are really double, I basically convert this object, the result, to using, I'm kind of lazy to just using JSON to object. JSON to object is essentially convert the JSON format of the object, like what we receive from the server, immediately actually convert it back to the real result. So after you've done answer JSON to object, and then you just return that object. Okay, so then that's how we got it here. So essentially, this return answer is going to be received by this guy. Received by this guy. And then okay, this is a GPS object. I want to print it. I would just print this way. Okay. But on the other hand, I want to tell you, you can actually just print this way as well. I mean, I'm kind of a bit cheating, but I want to do this as well. You can just do std cout result. Let's see what this is, okay? I'm kind of doing one extra conversion to the GPSDD, but if I actually, I mean, this is the wrong way to do it, just to let you know, but the result is equivalent. I actually print the result over here. It's a JSON, and then I get rid of this line. I get rid of this line. What I'm doing. I do a make. See, I always forgot about that. Thank you very much, compiler and Sebastian. So if I have both Sebastian and the compiler, I don't need anything else. It's indeed inline. Yeah, this one. Okay, so now let's try to run. This is a client. I'm going to run server. If I run server, if I run client, see, I got the same result. I'm just printing in different position. Okay, so essentially what we got from the server side is this JSON.
But you said it was wrong. Why is it wrong way to do it?
It's a wrong way to do it. Let me tell you why. Okay, let me actually tell you why. Let me make it more normal. Okay, I realize I should have done this earlier. So the correct way of implement HW3. Remember, I kind of get rid of all of this, but I shouldn't get rid of this line. If I don't get rid of this line, so it means that I return a JSON with a status, with a latitude, with a longitude, right? Okay, assuming I do this. If I do a make again, if I try to, I have to get rid of this.
Oh, would add an extra key.
Yes, exactly. So if I do this, you see,
Yeah.
it's not. It's actually adding a status, right?
Yeah.
But if I change it back, if I do this, I get rid of question. If I do this, I get rid of. If I get rid of this, and I have to get back the other favorite pieces. If I actually add this back, now let's try to run the server again. Now I run the client. It's only 2. Because over that conversion of convert JSON to GPSDD, it get rid of status. Because that status key is not part of the GPSDD, so it didn't take it. So essentially the JSON to object is actually like a purifier. It actually only include those key that's relevant to my object. If you include anything else, it will be purified. Yeah, so that's kind of the process. Yeah. Right now, yes, you will, because I made the mistake. I actually add the extra T. That's why that class won't work correctly. But I'm going to upload. So you don't need to change personal the time GPS record if you download the new version. Okay. Let me actually upload right now. I apologize and thank you whoever asked that original question. It actually help me to get rid of that major bug. Yes,
I'm not using the whole master program, that's okay.
that's okay. That's okay, of course. So I'm going to upload the file. I'm going to drag that. That's an embarrassing bug, by the way. It cannot catch it correctly. It might go to some default value. It will be a GPS location, but 0, 0. Yeah, that's correct.
We're just doing.
That's correct.
Everything. You just pull up first.
Okay, you're very welcome.
Before
Let
we're
me
doing it,
get,
fourth, first one.
want to see, they modify.
Everything else is fine.
Yeah,
Okay. Oh, is this recording gonna be posted?
I'll post it immediately. By the way, I'm still recording right now. I'm just want to make sure I got, yeah, this file.
I think it's. See.
I'll upload. Upload this
I
file
can
as
just
well.
change the date and it should change to right.
What? You're not talking to me, right?
No, just thinking of like different ways to test.
The output, yeah. That's for the 17.
Okay, so I think that is the file I just uploaded. Yes, it's being uploading now. Okay, so now if you look at in the master directory, it's a person time GPS record.cpp should have been changed, set the timestamp now as I show. Okay, so I'm going to stop recording so I can upload the video. Any other question before I? Okay.
So one more question. Where would you have to go after everything you just did for personal time GPS? Is that it? Or what else would you have to do?
That's it.
That's it? Okay.
That's it. Yeah, as I show, it's just print out exactly the same
The same
result.
thing, just using
Yeah.
personal GPS.
Right, right.
Okay.
But using shadow,
What shadow?
using the shadow pointer.
Oh, so for part 1 and part 2, we should get something that looks like this by using different things.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly,
Okay.
exactly. So one is follow the style of homework 3 ref 2. One is follow the style of homework 3 ref 3. By the way, homework 3 ref 3 is correspond to homework 3 part 2. Homework 3 ref 2 is correspond to homework 3 part 1. Okay, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to twist my own tongue.
Yes.
It's always hard. Okay, I'm going to